In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use BrowserStack as a complete beginner step-by-step. Now, if you've been thinking about testing your websites across different browsers, operating systems, and devices but aren't sure where to begin, you're in the right place. This video will walk you through the entire process from start to finish. We'll start by creating your BrowserStack account, exploring the dashboard, and launching your first live browser testing session. Then, we'll test websites on different browsers and operating systems, explore the built-in testing tools, and learn how to capture bugs, use local testing, and change testing locations. After that, we'll install the testing toolkit, perform responsive testing across multiple devices, and run accessibility scans to identify issues on our website. We'll also take a look at App Live, Automate, and other useful BrowserStack features that help you test websites and applications more efficiently. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. First of all, go to the official BrowserStack website. Once you're here, click on the free trial button at the top, and it will take you directly to the sign-up page. Here, you can create your account using your email address or continue with your Google account. I'll select the Continue with Google option. After signing in with your Google account, you'll be asked to enter your name and agree to the terms and conditions. Once you've done that, click Continue. On the next page, BrowserStack may ask what you want to use the platform for. If you don't want to answer these questions right now, simply click Skip. After that, you'll be asked whether you'll be using BrowserStack for yourself or with a team. Select the option that best matches your needs, and once you continue, you'll be taken directly to your BrowserStack dashboard, where you can start exploring the platform. When you first enter the dashboard, don't worry if it looks a little overwhelming because BrowserStack offers many different testing products. At the top of the page, you'll notice several main sections, including Live, App Live, Automate, Accessibility Testing, and Products. For this tutorial, we're mainly going to work inside the Live section because that's where manual browser testing takes place. Now click on Live if it isn't already selected. On the left side, you'll see two options, Web and App. Since we're testing websites rather than mobile applications, make sure the Web option is selected. Below that, you'll find different operating systems, such as Windows and Mac. You can expand each operating system to view the available versions. For example, under Windows, you'll see Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 8, and older versions. Under Mac, you'll find different Mac OS releases as well. Now let's launch our first browser session. Select the operating system you want to test. For example, click Windows 11. As soon as you do that, BrowserStack displays a list of browsers available for Windows 11. Across the top, you'll see browsers like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Opera, and others depending on your plan. Each browser column contains multiple browser versions. In most cases, you'll want to test using the latest version. So simply click the version labeled Latest under your preferred browser. As soon as you click it, BrowserStack begins preparing a real browser session in the cloud. Depending on your internet connection, this usually takes only a few seconds. Once the session starts, you'll see a real desktop environment open directly inside your browser. This isn't a simulator, it's an actual browser running on a real machine hosted by BrowserStack. If a welcome message appears in the middle of the screen, simply click Got it to continue. Now, you can use this browser just like you would on your own computer. Keep in mind that the free trial has a limitation. Each live session lasts for only 1 minute, and once that minute is over, BrowserStack will automatically end the session. However, you can simply start a new session and test your website on a different browser or device. At the top, you'll find the browser's address bar. Click inside it, type the website you want to test, and press enter. For this demonstration, you can enter your own website or any public website. After a few moments, the page will load inside the BrowserStack session. Now, start interacting with the website just as a normal visitor would. Scroll through the page, click different links, open menus, navigate between pages, and make sure everything loads correctly. One of the biggest advantages of BrowserStack is that you're testing on a real browser instead of relying on emulators. This helps you catch browser-specific issues that might not appear on your own computer. For example, if your website looks perfect in Chrome, but you're unsure how it behaves in Firefox, you don't have to install Firefox yourself. Simply end the current session or switch to another browser from BrowserStack and repeat the test. Let's try another browser. Return to the browser selection screen by using the BrowserStack controls. This time, keep Windows 11 selected but click the latest version under Firefox. Again, BrowserStack launches a fresh Firefox session. Once it loads, type the same website address into the address bar and press enter. Now, compare the appearance of your website. Check whether images load correctly, buttons are aligned properly, fonts display as expected, and navigation works without issues. If everything looks good, that's great. If you notice something different, you'll know that your website may require browser-specific adjustments. You can repeat exactly the same process with Microsoft Edge, Opera, or any other browser available in your account. Similarly, if you want to test your website on macOS instead of Windows, simply return to the operating system list on the left, expand Mac, choose the macOS version you want, and then launch Safari, Chrome, or Firefox from there. This makes it incredibly easy to compare how your website behaves across multiple operating systems without needing to own different computers. Now, while you're inside a live browser session, you'll also notice a vertical toolbar along the left side of the screen. These tools make testing much easier by giving you quick access to different browser controls. Over on the left-hand side of the BrowserStack window, you'll see several options that help you perform different testing tasks without leaving your current session. The first useful option is Switch Browser. If you've finished testing your website in one browser and want to see how it performs in another one, simply click Switch Browser. BrowserStack will take you back to the browser selection page, where you can choose a different browser or operating system. For example, you can switch from Chrome on Windows to Safari on macOS or Firefox on Windows without having to start your testing process from scratch. Below that, you'll find the local testing option. This feature is useful when your website is still under development and isn't publicly available yet. Instead of uploading your website to a live server, BrowserStack allows you to connect to your local environment. After installing the BrowserStack local application, you can securely access and test websites running on localhost directly inside BrowserStack. Next, you'll notice the Capture a Bug option. While testing your website, you may discover a broken button, a layout issue, or something that doesn't work correctly. Instead of taking screenshots manually, simply click Capture a Bug. BrowserStack allows you to capture the current screen, highlight the problem, add notes if necessary, and share the report with your development team. Moving down the toolbar, you'll also see Settings. Clicking here allows you to customize your BrowserStack testing session. Depending on your account, you can configure different session preferences and adjust how BrowserStack behaves during your testing. You'll also find Change Location. Sometimes websites display different content depending on the visitor's country. By changing your testing location, you can verify how your website behaves for users in different geographic regions without actually traveling there. Another useful option is Screen Reader. This feature helps you perform accessibility testing by checking how your website works with assistive technologies. You'll also notice the Files and Media option. If your website allows users to upload files, images, or documents, you can use this feature during your testing session. Once you've completed your testing, simply click Stop Session. BrowserStack will close the current browser, and you'll return to the main dashboard where you can begin another session whenever you need. Now let's explore another feature that many web designers and developers use, and that's the Testing Toolkit. To access it, click on Testing Toolkit from the BrowserStack dashboard. If this is your first time using it, BrowserStack will open a new browser tab and ask you to install the BrowserStack Testing Toolkit Chrome extension. Simply click Add to Chrome, and then click Add Extension, and wait a few seconds for Chrome to complete the installation. Once the extension has been installed successfully, go back to BrowserStack homepage and click on the BrowserStack icon from your Chrome extensions toolbar. The Testing Toolkit will now open. This extension brings together several useful testing tools in one place, allowing you to work much more efficiently while browsing websites. At the top, you'll find the Test Execution section. The first option is Live Testing, which launches a BrowserStack live session directly from the extension. Just besides that is Responsive Testing, one of the most useful tools for beginners. Click Responsive Testing. BrowserStack opens a new page where you can test your website across multiple devices simultaneously. At the top, you'll see a field where you can enter your website's URL. Type your website address and press Enter. Within a few moments, BrowserStack loads your website on several devices side by side. For example, You may see your website displayed on an iPhone 14, a Google Pixel 8 Pro, and a Samsung Galaxy Tab S at the same time. This makes it incredibly easy to compare how your website looks across different screen sizes without constantly switching devices. If you'd like to test another device, first remove any device because limited devices are available on a free trial. Then, simply click the Add Device button in the upper right corner. Choose another smartphone, tablet, or desktop device and BrowserStack will instantly add it to your workspace. You'll also notice zoom controls at the top, allowing you to zoom in or out while reviewing your website. Each device also includes a Test on Real Device button. If you need more accurate testing, click this option and BrowserStack will launch a live session on an actual physical device instead of the responsive preview. This is especially useful when you want to verify touch interactions, animations, or device-specific behavior. Back inside the testing toolkit, you'll notice several additional tools, including bug capture, cookie manager, cache manager, geolocation testing, and even AI-powered productivity tools, which are useful if you dive deep into BrowserStack. Now let's move on to another useful feature available in BrowserStack, and that's accessibility testing. From the side navigation bar, click on Accessibility Testing. Now, once you're on the accessibility testing page, click on the new website scan. This will take you to the scan setup page. At the top, enter the URL of the website you want to test, and then click Add Page. BrowserStack will add your website to the scan list. Once your website has been added, simply click the Create Scan button, and BrowserStack will begin scanning your website for accessibility issues. BrowserStack will analyze your website and check for common accessibility issues, including missing image alt text, poor color contrast, incorrect heading structure, missing labels on forms, and other issues that may affect users who rely on screen readers or assistive technologies. Once the scan is complete, BrowserStack displays a detailed report showing every issue it found along with recommendations to help you fix them. For beginners, this feature is a great way to improve the overall usability of your website and ensure that it is accessible to a wider audience. Now let's briefly look at another product offered by BrowserStack called App Live. You'll find App Live at the top of the dashboard. Unlike live testing, which is used for websites, App Live is designed for testing Android and iOS applications on real mobile devices. If you're developing a mobile application, you can upload your app file, choose a real Android phone or iPhone, and begin testing your application without purchasing multiple physical devices. Since this tutorial focuses on website testing, we won't go into App Live in detail, but it's good to know that BrowserStack supports both web and mobile application testing from the same platform. Next, you'll notice another product called Automate. Automate is BrowserStack's automated testing platform. Instead of manually clicking through your website every time you want to test it, developers can run automated test scripts using popular frameworks like Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, and Appium. These automated tests can verify that your website continues working correctly after every update. You'll also notice the Products menu at the top of the dashboard. Clicking this menu displays BrowserStack's complete collection of testing tools. As a beginner, you don't need to learn every product on your first day. The most important products to become familiar with are Live, Testing Toolkit, Responsive Testing, and Accessibility Testing. Once you're comfortable with these features, you can gradually explore the more advanced products whenever your testing requirements grow. That brings us to the end of this BrowserStack tutorial for beginners. By following this workflow, you'll be able to test your websites much more efficiently across different browsers, operating systems, and devices without needing to own multiple computers or smartphones. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.